Hi, my name is Brad, and I'm in zone 9B, and I got some vegetables here that I want to get into the ground right in this area right here. They've already sprouted. They're about an inch high, most of them, but not all of them. What I got here is red onion. I got I got white onion, but it hasn't sprouted yet for some reason. I got two different kind of beets. I got tall top early wonder and Ruby Queen. They've both sprouted. I got bell pepper. It's California Wonder bell pepper. I don't think that one is sprouted. That hasn't sprouted yet for some reason. And then I got a couple of flowers, pot marigold, which is sprouted, and the milkweed, but it hasn't sprouted yet. So I'm going to leave it alone. So, and I'm going to get them in the ground right here. Okay, we'll start with the red onion. So now yesterday was 86 degrees. It's been a warm winter so far. And then today's going to be 84. And then it's supposed to cool back down to about regular, somewhere around mid 70s, mid 60s, somewhere in there. So put that there. And after I get these in the ground, I'm going to use up the seeds in the rest of the packet and I'm just going to sow them in the ground and let them grow. And then after I get these in the ground, I'll go ahead and show you a couple things that I have growing. I just started this vegetable garden just this winter. All right, get that there. Yeah, I had a garden in the front yard, which I don't like doing it in the front yard anymore. So I started doing it back here because it's a lot better. I'll rearrange these a little bit when I start digging the holes for them. And these are the flowers right here. I'm going to wait because I got to pick a spot for those flowers. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and dig a hole for them, get them in there, and then I'll show you what we got. And then I'll show you a couple other things that I've already planted in this new garden that I'm starting up. All right. Yeah, this will be good here. Okay, so I got all of them in, but two. I got two more to go right here. So I got three there and all the beets right here. And that whole row there is going to be onions. And then this whole here is going to be beets. So I got two more here to go. And then I can water them. Yeah. And then after I get these in the ground, I got to come up with something else to grow. And I'm thinking it's going to be carrots. I have, I think, almost two 5-gallon buckets full of seeds from the carrots that I had growing last summer. It's still in the flower form, but they're dried up and they're ready to be planted. And so I'll be showing that in the video. Okay, let's get these beets in there. Yeah, I like to plant a lot of carrots because my chickens like them. I shred them up, with a hand shredder, and I give them to the chickens, and they love it. And then, of course, I like to eat them too. They're super easy to grow because I've always grown carrots. Now, what I'm planting today, the beets and the onions, this is my first time. So we'll see how that works out. And after the carrots, I got to go on to something else and keep planting and keep planting. Keep sowing seeds and planting seeds. And then planting the sprouts when they sprout. Okay, one last one to go. And then I'll show you a couple things I have growing already. and it's getting pretty windy today, and it's getting hot, and it's supposed to be winter. All right, feet here. There you go. Yeah, I like growing vegetables that are easy to grow, real hardy, and of course, um, everything I grow, I let them go. I let some of them go to seed, so I can save the seeds, and so I can replant them next season. Okay. All right, got that in there. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab the camera, show you what I got growing over there, and then I'll come back and water these. Okay. All right. And then we'll end the video after showing you these couple things that I'm growing. Let me go over here where the camera is. Okay. All right. Right. Okay. Right over there is where I just got through planting. And then right over here, these are strawberries. I transplanted these from the front garden. I think it's been a couple weeks now. Let me, and they're already putting out strawberries. Let me show you baby strawberry. Okay. See that right there? That flower? That's two baby strawberries, and they're coming up on all the other ones almost. All right. And these strawberries, um, I get strawberries starting now. Of course, they're baby now. They're baby strawberries. And then I'll get them throughout most of the summer. And then, of course, these strawberries are going to put out new shoots, which will give me new strawberry plants. So that whole area will eventually be covered up with strawberry plants. And then right over here, I got spinach growing. This is my first time growing spinach. Okay, this whole area, right? Let me show you a baby one. Okay, that's a baby spinach right there, nice and green. They're doing good. You got another one there, another one there, there. And see this whole row starting here, going all the way down to where you see those bricks? That's going to be all spinach. So that's what I got growing. All right, so guess we'll end the video here. And I want to thank you for watching. Okay? All right. Bye now.